shadow work and healing emotions is really, it's such a gift if we can utilize it in the right way and use these shadows, use these negative emotions as our teachers, because that's what they're here for. And I really believe that everything in our life is here to help us, is here to heal us if we let it. So if we can work with these negative experiences that have come into our lives and try to see what the emotion is teaching us, it can really turn us into different people. And I really believe that everything goes back to the heart. Everything comes back to loving yourself, and everything goes back to love. So one of the biggest anecdotes for shame and guilt is compassion. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Spiritual Nutrition. I'm your host, Kayla Sirena, and I'm so excited to be here today. I just had the most amazing day at the beach. I gave 2 water sessions in the ocean, and I'm a little bit sunburned, but I just feel so alive and refreshed and just kissed by the earth. I spent 4 hours in the beautiful water, and the ocean was just perfect today. So feeling really grateful and feeling super energized as always after I give water therapy. So today I just want to share a few things that came through in my sessions, and I really hope that it can help you in your journey, your healing path. So today we're going to talk about shame and guilt and how to heal from that. And wow, it's such a difficult topic for a lot of people. And I think that shame, when it's not addressed for long enough, it can feel even hard to admit to people that you feel that way about a certain situation or experience or things like that. And I just want to talk about how to heal it, how to transmute it, and how to find the blessing, how to transform the shadow into the blessing, and how to transform it back into love. Because basically, all of our shadows are really just here to help us come back to our hearts, to help us come back to loving ourselves. And they're really just our teachers if we can let them. So shame is definitely one of the most lowest vibrations that we can feel as human beings. And first, I just want to start off by saying that we're all human. So we all feel all of these emotions. So there's no shame or guilt in feeling that way. This is part of our human experience, and you're normal if you feel that. And if you have a lot of it, don't worry, you can move on and let it go in just one instance. So you don't have to carry it around with you for the rest of your life. Even if this is something you've been holding on to for 10, 20, 30 years, by doing the right things and some of the steps that I'm going to share, you can release this. So think of an instant that you want to work with, a memory, a situation, and you can do them one at a time, and just take a moment to think about yourself in that situation, whether it's in the past or it's the present, it's currently happening. And just think for a moment that what you were going through at the time, what your motivations were, what your goals were, what your focus was. And most likely at that time, you were doing the best that you could with what you had. And now you maybe realized you didn't do as good of a job as you could have. However, at that time, you were doing the best that you could. And we're always doing the best that we can. This is also one thing that you want to remember as well. So have compassion for yourself in that moment and forgive yourself, because usually, what shame and guilt is self-punishment. It's self-hatred. And most of the time, you're the only one inflicting that pain upon yourself. Most of the time, the people involved have forgotten about it or they've forgiven you, and you're the only one who's beating yourself up about it, trying to fix things, and trying to make life better in the future because of your past mistakes. But this is not how it works. Actually, if you don't release it from your body and you try to heal the future by fixing things, it's coming from a shameful state. So you're still projecting that shame and guilt upon everything around you while you're doing this. And it's super important to heal it as well, because if you don't, you're just going to pass it down to your children and the people that you get into relationships with and the people that you love. So the way to do it is to forgive yourself for the past. And this actually works really, really well with tapping as well, EFT tapping. But you have to tune into what you did wrong and forgive yourself. And maybe this will take some time sitting in meditation. Excuse me. Sitting in meditation, going over the memories, maybe journaling, and reminding yourself that you did the best that you could at that moment with what you had. And the difference between so when you feel shame or guilty for something, you're basically, telling yourself that you're a bad person or you were a bad person and now you need to make up for it. So you're not a bad person because you're trying to make up for it and because you're trying to fix it, you're trying to repair the past. So you're trying to make things better and you're trying to do better, which means that you're a good person. Not that I would say anyone is really a bad person, because I do believe we're all trying to do the best that we can, but a difference between a good person, which I believe is you, and maybe a bad person is somebody that realized what they did wrong and continued to do it wrong anyway, despite what their intuition is telling them, despite what their conscious is telling them. So you realized that you could do better, and now you're trying to do better. And this is amazing. The only thing that will make this more pure and clean and healing for everybody involved going forward is for you to heal yourself, so that all these good things that you're doing to make the life better and things like that, they need to come from the heart. If they come from shame, then it's a little bit more toxic, and you're kind of just passing that along in the lineage or to the people that you're connected to. So the way to do that is that inner work. So spending that time with yourself to forgive yourself and to have the compassion. So first, try to forgive yourself. Next, have that compassion. Remember that you're just a person trying your hardest. And once you can connect to compassion, you can start to move towards love. I mean, compassion is basically a form of love. And a really good way to connect to compassion as well is mirror work. You can look in the mirror and you can talk to yourself in the mirror. You can also tap while you're doing this as well. But you can look at yourself in the mirror and you can say, I'm so sorry to yourself that I did this and this and this, and I forgive you. I'm now letting this go. I'm moving forward. I know at the time I did this, I was busy or distracted or whatever, but we're going to let this go because we want things to be better, and I'm forgiving you and I love you. And I know a lot of people also have trouble feeling self-love or compassion or understanding or acceptance, especially when you feel that guilt and that shame because you feel such rejection of yourself. So a really good, helpful way to do this is to imagine yourself as your inner child. So you can pull up a photo of yourself that you really like as a child, something that really triggers an emotion from you. So you can pull up this photo, or you can imagine yourself as one of your children or one of your beloved pets, whichever one makes your heart feel the most like, oh, I love you so much. And you want to talk to yourself like you would talk to that child or that baby, that animal. This is how you're going to talk to yourself. And if that child or baby or animal did what you did that you're shaming yourself for, that you feel was so terrible, what would you say to them? So this is how you want to talk to yourself going forward. This is how you're going to let this go, because you are still that child. You will always be that inner child. So I just want to wrap up by saying all the things that you want to do to improve the past or whatever, make the future better, needs to come from love. So forgive yourself, accept what happened in the past, let the past go, and work on that self-love. Work on that self-love through connecting to that inner child, that animal or that baby that just makes you feel like, oh, I would never say anything mean to you. This is how you want to treat yourself. And it's fine if you can't feel that way about yourself right away. Use this baby or this child, this animal to help you open your heart and learn how to treat yourself. And remember, also, if you do this healing for yourself, it's going to heal the other people around you. So use that as motivation as well to heal yourself and to let that shame go and learn how to love yourself. And the next thing I want to share as well is one of my favorite prayers from Hawaii. This literally works for everything, for me at least. So you can do this with yourself. You can sit in meditation and say the Hopopono prayer. You can also do this with a friend or a family if you have an issue with them. But basically, the prayer goes like this. So first you say, I'm so sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. And I love you. So you can say this to yourself. You can look in the mirror. You can say, I'm so sorry. Will you please forgive me? Thank you so much for everything you've done, blah, 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 blah. And I love you. And just repeat it over and over and over again like a mantra. And what this does basically is it completely neutralizes the energy. It kind of releases any cords or attachments that you might have to holding on to a situation or having regrets, not being able to let go of something. Release everything and come back to the heart and kind of just have each memory, each incident, just kind of be on its own without being all tangled up in thoughts and feelings and things about what happened. And so the last thing I want to do before I end the video is just guide you through a little bit of breathing. If you want to do this with me, we can do a few rounds. You can also do this by yourself before you go to bed. But basically, we're going to do some box breath. And first, you want to just start. You can do it seated or you can lie down. And you're just going to start by just fully exhaling all of the air out of the lungs. And then you're going to inhale the shame for the count of 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold your breath and feel the shame in your body. Feel it where it is, wherever it is, the instance for the count of 4. And then as you exhale, exhale all of the shame out of your body for 3, 2, 1. Then you're going to hold on the exhale. Get ready for another round. As you hold your breath, you're going to put up a wall, blocking that energy from returning. Now you're going to inhale for 4 and feel the shame in your body. Inhale, feel the shame in your body wherever it is. Hold your breath for 4. Focus on that shame. Focus on that feeling that you want to let go of. And exhale for 4. Imagine all of it coming out of your body, flowing out of your body, away from your body. And now hold for 4, putting up a wall or a bubble around you, not allowing those energies to come back, protecting your energy, blocking those energies from returning. Let's do one more round. Let's inhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold the breath. You can either focus on that shameful feeling, keep doing this until you don't feel it anymore, or you can shift to feeling the heart energy. Feel that emotion, and then on the exhale, releasing it out of your body. You can imagine a black smoke, a color, shapes, whatever it is that you see, let it come out of your body, send it away from your body, send it to the earth, send it to the sun. Hold on the exhale for 4, putting up a wall, blocking your energy off from any negative emotions coming back. And now breathing in, you can take one more big breath in, one full breath in. Hold for a moment. And exhale, you can return to your normal breath. And you can repeat this as long as you'd like. It's super helpful to do right before bed. You'll probably fall asleep right after it. And you can do this every day. And for the breathing, you can do this as long as you need. So maybe it might take a little bit of time for you to work through this. Just trust the way that you feel and trust that this will move through you using your breath, because the breath is what moves the emotions out of our body. So I hope this was helpful. I'm so grateful that you are here and watching my channel. And as always, if you have any ideas or things that you want me to talk about on this channel, you can send me a message on my YouTube channel or my Instagram at Kayla Sirena, Kayla Sirena. And I can't wait for the next episode. I'm so excited and grateful that you're here. Have an amazing day, and I will see you soon.